PGA TG professional, Back 9 Golf is there to help you improve your game and lower your score. Back 9 Golf is open to the public with 24/7 access for members. Learn about Back 9's variety of memberships today and see the facility for yourself at 7501 South 15th Street in Lincoln, just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Back 9 Golf, your premier indoor golf and events destination.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me on Saturday from the Galen Center in Los Angeles as 93.7 The Ticket covers Husker basketball's big road game at 3 p.m. versus Eric Musselman and the USC Trojans. I'll have pregame and postgame videos on the Ticket's social media pages, as well as commentary throughout the game. And I'll chime in for postgame beginning around 5 p.m. as well. Our coverage from Los Angeles is sponsored by the Lincoln Airport, Dio Technologies, Ben Bleicher of Professional Realty Group, a BHHS ambassador, and Scissors and Scotch Lincoln.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine. It'll be breezy and warm. Afternoon high near 71. Tonight, mainly clear skies and calm winds, below around 31. And tomorrow, we'll see lots of sunshine. It'll be breezy and cooler. An afternoon high near 54. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Lincoln's Coffee Week is now Coffee Month in February. With 25 participating venues, visit and check into at least 10 for a chance to win a $250 gift card to the venue of your choice. More details at lincoln.org/coffee-month, brought to you by Visit Lincoln.
Just got the brakes fixed on my car today.
You did? You haven't even left the office.
I didn't need to. I got a guy who picks up my car and drops it off when it's done.
Well, who's your guy?
Graham Tire. They have pickup and delivery service at all 5 of their Lincoln locations.
Schedule your service online on the Pickup and Delivery tab at GrahamTireLincoln.com. That's GrahamTireLincoln.com. Let us do the running. Some limitations apply. See store for details.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Looking to get a room downtown or near South Lincoln? Abe Lincoln would tell you no to the Ford Theater and yes to Lincoln Hotel. Save up to 40% off downtown Lincoln prices with a nice clean room and comfortable stay. Lincoln Hotel is locally owned and offers a day pass to the city's largest locally owned gym, Good Life Fitness. Long-term stays are available. You can learn more about pricing and book your Lincoln Hotel stay today at staylnk.com or call 402-600-0565. That's staylnk.com or call 402-600-0565.
Central and Western Nebraska, this one's for you. On March 7th, Love Nebraska brings the pro game to the Heartland Event Center in Grand Island for a 7 p.m. showdown with Love Salt Lake, presented by FNBO. No long drive, no watching from afar, just live action in your backyard, featuring powerful serves, high-flying attacks, and the kind of intensity that builds with every rally. This is your chance to experience Nebraska volleyball up close as the entire state comes together for one big night. Get your tickets now at lovbneb.com/tickets.
MWR, a local company of Lincoln, is proud to announce they are able to offer their own post-frame building packages in metal to anyone desiring a building, whether you're a contractor or a DIYer. They can install your building as always, and they offer multiple different rib profiles and loads of color options, including the wood grain metal at great competitive prices. You can inquire at mwrbuildingandfence.com or just draw your desired building and submit it in their Contact Us page, and they'll get back to you. Call MWR today at 402-540-8966.
Is your furnace ready for the cold winter? call the pros at Bryant. No matter what make or model, Bryant will perform a thorough heating check, giving you peace of mind, or steps to ensure a warm home throughout the season. Bryant also offers free second opinion heat exchange checks. Before you spend thousands on a new furnace, let Bryant check it free. Anytime you need furnace service or repair, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
It's basketball season, and Salt Mine City is your pregame and postgame headquarters in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Get ready for the game with their big, fatty 7-ounce hamburger or try a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, your basketball headquarters, now open at 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Hey, to celebrate, how about we play a little old-school double dribble?
Okay, but no stupid shots from the corner, because that's a glitch in the software.
Game on!
Welcome in to the Corner 3, taking you around the arc of college basketball. From the NAAC to the Pac-12, the WCC to the SWAC. We cover it all now on 93.7 The Ticket.
Up, you dropped something. I think I'll head over in this direction. Corner 3!
Here is your host, Austin Orman.
That's right. Here we are. Corner 3 coming at you live here on a beautiful, pristine night in Lincoln, Nebraska, capital city, 402, holding it down. Really excited for this episode. First one, and won't be the first one. Will be the last one for a while. I'm so discombobulated. Back on TC3. It's so good to be back, but it won't be back for long, right? We will be back today, but then the next 2 weeks we will have state basketball tournament action going on. And so because of that, that will obviously take precedence. Really excited to get girls state basketball rolling next week and boys state basketball the week after that here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com, of course. And then after that, we will have all sorts of conference tournament coverage, NCAA tournament coverage, and it'll just be hard to squeeze in the Corner 3 here at the normal time slot of 6 p.m. coming up here on Friday nights like usual. But for now, we'll do it. We're excited to do it. Plenty to get to. A fan favorite is on his way. He will be here briefly. He said corporate America picked a bad day to have a bad day, so he will be hopping on the show pretty soon. I've received word that he is close. He'll be a fan favorite. You can probably guess who it is. But we will go over our picks for the all Big Ten teams, since, again, we won't have shows as frequently maybe as I was like when these teams would come out. So we will make, with 3 games to go, our picks for the Big Ten all-conference teams. I think we'll do first and second teams at the very least, and go ahead and toss in some honorable mentions. Player of the year conversation we had as well. And then a really fun tweet from Sam McEwen of the Omaha World Herald. Would love your thoughts on this one, especially for the second segment of the show. You can send in your thoughts if you're listening live to our Starter Heyman Jewelers text line 402-464-5685. If you were going to rewatch one Husker Hoops game from the last 3 to 4 years, Sam McEwen asks, just for the sheer enjoyment, what game are you dialing up? Any game from the last 3 or 4 years. So if my math is correct, that encompasses 22-23, 23-24, 24-25, and of course this season here, 2025-26. those are the games that we get to pick through. And then it's been a pretty exciting week in college basketball. Lots of weeks are, but we have the obliteration that UConn laid on St. John's, where St. John's was pretty historically bad. We have a rather significant result last night with Michigan State taking down Purdue in Mackey Arena. Have a lot going on with Kansas and in a very, very busy and crowded Big 12 field. So we'll have lots to get to when it comes to that front. Again, 402-464-5685 if you want to join the show. Big thanks, as always, to the folks on our starter Heyman Jewelers text line for sponsoring. That will take your thoughts. Again, pick your favorite games from Nebraska men's basketball from the last 3 or 4 years. Look what the cat dragged in.
Hello.
Jacob Bigelow. welcome to real life. Welcome to the fun part of life outside of corporate America. How are we, my friend?
I'm doing well, man. It's been a little bit. I had to hustle down here. I dressed for the occasion. I got the pinwheel quarter zip on, was all prepared, and then I had to end up being a little fashionably late, but it happens.
It's okay. We had Foreman go long, talk some NFL Combine. I can vamp. I can fill a little bit.
There we go.
How was Fort Collins? That's the real question.
Fort Collins ruled, man. Fort Collins ruled. I think I might sneak back out there next weekend.
Hello.
Rams are hot.
Rams are hot.
6 in a row.
How about that? Don't look now.
6 in a row since I came out to visit. And maybe on a collision course to make the Mountain West a one-bid league. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Is it too early in all these tenure to say 6 in furrow?
It might be. It might be a little, but they found something. I mean, they've 7 guys shooting 38% or better from 3.
Woo!
If you did, I'm not here to run PR for my friends and Colorado State basketball. Round 2 of the Ollie Tim series tomorrow. It was a good time. It's always good to get out there. I love that place, and I had a really good time. So might run it back next weekend. Why not?
There we go. Well, we're glad you made it back. Check out the Substack piece.
Thank you, man. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, talked with Miles and Ali. Their first matchup against each other. If you didn't know, most people probably hear Ollie Frukmanesh to think NCAA tournament. They're going to start seeing that shot again here in a couple weeks.
And it warms my heart every time.
It warms mine as well, brother. But he got his first coaching job here at Nebraska with Coach Miles, was a GA, then was the director of player development for a year. Crossed paths with me. I was in there too. People forget.
More importantly,
if you put it that way. But that was, their first matchup was a couple weeks ago in Fort Collins, and just talked about what that meant to both of them, and even talked a little conference realignment because of the weird Mountain West Pac-12 split that's going on. There's a lot in there, but no, I appreciate you plugging that for me, man. Thank you.
At some point, we will have to talk about the aesthetics of the Ali Farokmanesh buzzer beater and the Paul Jesperson buzzer beater from the same school.
You're talking to the son of a Northern Iowa grad whose
my
first college basketball experience ever, and not to get off on too much of a tangent, was a Creighton Northern Iowa game in the Unidome in 2003.
Oh, let's go.
Where Creighton won on a buzzer beater, and 6-year-old me cried the entire drive back to Omaha. And
tears of pain, not of joy, by the way, for those of you listening.
No. And I was not happy about that. Was not a big Nate Funk guy. 6-year-old me hated Nate Funk. Was
it any different for 16-year-old you, 26-year-old you, and soon to be eventually 36-year-old you? Gonna hate Nate Funk the same way?
I don't know what he's doing. I'm sure he's probably a dentist or something. he went to Creighton, so he's probably a dentist or doing something, if I had to guess. But so Northern Iowa, their triumvirate of NCAA tournaments is the Ali shot.
He is a doctor.
I knew that.
Dr. Nate Funk at DC, a chiropractor, not a dentist.
Chiropractor. Wow.
Breaking hearts, breaking backs.
Something like that. This is not the dream. And they have the 3 tournament moments. They have Ali, they have the Jesperson shot, and then they have the collapse in the game after the Jesperson shot. The duality of all of
Coach
that.
Jake.
Because Jordan Bohannon's older brother forgot how to inbound a ball, and it really Yeah, just went south from there.
It sure did. It marches around the corner, almost literally. We have tomorrow, and then it's March. And then we won't sleep again till May because we are all John Rothstein on this podcast, whether we like it or
if we're blocked by him.
Well, raise your hand if you're blocked by John Rothstein. It is half of this current podcast.
Correct.
All right, brass tacks, business. First segment of the show. Because of the schedule, state hoops, and tournament time coming up, we're going to pick our all Big Ten teams here tonight. Jacob, I'll give you, it's not draft style, right? Well, I'm sure our list will end up being pretty similar. But run down your first couple players on your first team all Big Ten list.
See, I am not a traditionalist like when it comes to first teams. Like
Okay.
some people are like, I need a true center. I can only
Not a
have-
positionalist?
I'm not. Positionless basketball
Okay.
here. Positionless basketball. So my first team right now. We'll keep it local. Price is my first pick.
Yep.
If you know me at all, you can probably guess who my second pick is. It's Axel Lindeborg.
Yep.
I'm gonna give a spot to Bennett Sturts at Iowa. That team is not where they are without him. It's just plain and simple. And then that's 3. So the other Wagler.
Okay.
That's 4. And this may be a take. Jeremy Fears.
Ooh, okay.
And I know
Okay.
that's not popular given some of his theatrics
Antics.
and antics recently, but
So why Fears over Braden Smith?
just like is part of it, like kind of Braden fatigue a little bit. Yeah, like Braden's numbers are still what they are. Jeremy Fears' numbers are kind of absurd. Especially his assists.
14.9, 2, and 9 assists per game.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
And I know like the shooting numbers would probably give Braden an edge for most people because he's, Fears' shooting numbers live a little to be desired.
43, 28, 91 splits.
43, 28, 91. Yeah, tough. Tough.
Well, 91 is pretty incredible, which
91,
leads you to wonder how 28 also
he
happens.
gets there a lot. He gets there a lot. We know how he gets there. But I just think of like, where would these teams be without those guys? Like, that's kind of my thought. Like, I don't think we're going to go down to a second team, but like my second team would be like the guys who score a lot on teams that
Give me a second. Actually, I'll give you my first team. Then we will do a second
Okay.
team just for kicks and gigs.
Coach
Just
of
one
year,
guy.
coach of the year,
Yeah,
I
we can do
think-
coach of the year.
I think we know who that is. He got on a plane to LA today.
Okay.
So
I had this discussion on the show. We will come back to coach of the year.
Okay, yeah.
Because I agree. I'm
Mhm.
not sure this is a slam dunk as Husker fans want.
I agree with you.
So
I agree.
okay. I line up on Price Sanford. Most consistent box score highlight combination player on the biggest surprise in the conference.
Yep.
He's there.
Yep.
Yaxel Lindeborg, best player on the best team. Okay. That makes sense to me. Keaton Wagler had enough headlines. Freshman of the year has been good enough. I differ on 2 players. I do have Braden Smith in there over Jeremy Fears.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a little bit of a legacy award. I think he's
It
been
is.
good enough.
It
Just
is.
got his 1,000th assist. Now, losing 5 games at Mackey, the way they've been playing recently, it's a coin flip between those 2 guys. And I'm not a huge fan of either one of them, but I do think there will be some voters that are a little turned off by Fears' antics. And
there will be.
And won't vote for him that way.
Mhm.
So I gave the legacy nod to Braden Smith. Sturts was probably my first cut
Mhm.
from the first team. And I don't love to double up, but I did have to put a Daimara
Okay.
on my first team.
Yeah.
Michigan has been a top 3 defense in the sport all year.
Mhm.
He is the reason for it.
Oh, yeah.
Plain and simple.
Oh, yeah.
And not only is he 7'4" and running up a 12% block rate, which is ungodly high. I mean, you thought Zach Edey was a deterrent in the paint. Daimara does that. Plus, he can hang-ish on the perimeter for a guy that's 7'4". Plus, he's averaging multiple assists per game and is just kind of nice with it, as the kids might say.
Indeed.
Right? Got a little bit of a bag to him. Michigan is clearly better when he's on the court. The ways to beat Michigan, it's happened twice. You shoot over top of a Daimara, or you play a Daimara off the court by going through his chest.
Mm-hmm.
UCLA got, not that this factors in, but UCLA got better last year when Mick Cronin started running Adaimara out on the court more.
Took him way too long.
Way too long.
Took him way too long.
Let's put the 7'4" guy who can pass and block shots on the floor. Novel concept. I don't know who I give more credit to for Michigan's success between Yaxel and Adaimara. And just because Michigan was so overwhelmingly good for more of the year, I get the numbers argument for Sturtz. He's there. But I still think the Braden Smith legacy, I don't think it should be a legacy award. I don't like when it votes that way. But I think mine is more of a prediction of what I think is going to happen. So I think Smith gets it. Wagler has just been so good for so long. And then Price rounds it out for me.
Yeah. Big week for the Wagler discourse.
Huge week.
Two big, long national features. And the huge game tonight in Champaign. Really interested to see. Well, I don't know where I'm going to watch that once we get out of here, but I know the Fierce thing is probably a little hot takey. It's my I don't know. It's like that's I guess that's like my coach brain in a way, like impact on winning. Like that's what I think about, like impact on like where would those teams be without him, and then like if so, I know some Purdue fans like where are they without Braden? I'm just like, man, like
Omer Meyer's pretty good.
He is.
He's not Braden Smith.
He's not Braden Smith.
He's not.
Pretty good.
Okay.
He's got better facial hair and doesn't have the worst tattoo on planet Earth. So
people don't understand that Braden Smith has a bad tattoo on his arm because he wears the sleeve.
Oh yeah.
He wears it up.
Oh, yeah.
He wears the sleeve because he's so ashamed of his tattoo.
If you're not aware and you're listening to this, Braden Smith has the worst tattoo I have ever seen. Like
it's on Insta.
With my own 4 eyes. Braden Smith has the worst tattoo I've ever seen. And that is a part of what the sleeve is for, folks. Yes. So
the right arm is strictly for buckets. Yes. You know, the left arm is not. All right. I will go first with my second team.
Mm-hmm.
I do have Fierce and Sturtz on that second team as well.
Mm-hmm.
I give a tip of the cap to Nick Martinelli, still leading the Big Ten in scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Don't love it, not aesthetically pleasing, but the man is getting his points. So
he's been around a while as well.
Like,
that's another legacy. He's undefeated. Are they going to list like when he inevitably goes into the Northwestern basketball like Hall of Fame? Is never lost to Indiana gonna be like? Is that gonna be one of the accomplishments?
It has to be. It has to be.
Never lost to
regardless of what was going on at Indiana, regardless of Indiana becoming a football school. They got clowned 6 consecutive times by Nick Martinelli.
Oh, I know. And we're not. I want to keep this on topic. We got to do our teams. But like, I went into that game the other night. I'm like, Indiana losing to Northwestern. Like, that's a Mike Woodson thing, right? That's a Mike. That's a Mike Woodson problem. No, it was not.
Not just.
I stood corrected.
The stench lingers. The stench lingers. I do go with 2 big men for my next 2 spots. I think less controversial one will be Jackson Kohler. Okay. I've been maybe again just seeing him up close and personal. His development has been striking to me. That's a guy that I didn't think was anything. He's really turned into a legitimate basketball player. His ability to shoot still does the little things that you'd expect from a Tom Izzo, 6 foot, maybe 9 white guy that's playing the 4. So I've been impressed with Jackson Kohler. And I'm going to give a nod to the freshman on my second team, Hannes Steinbach. He's no great Osabor. He is not. It's going to be hard to keep a guy like Trey Kaufman-Renn off this team. It's going to be hard to keep, Morris Johnson Jr. off this team. Washington's been plucky. Not good necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
They're mid-bad, not straight bad.
Correct.
Steinbach is built like a brick wall. He operates like a brick wall. I was really impressed when I saw him in person. I know the reports coming out of Seattle were pretty high on him before the year. Again, if it's a where would Washington be without him, probably about in the same boat. I don't know if he has a huge impact on winning, but I like the guy. He's a good player. I've been a little underwhelmed by Trey Kaufman-Renn. Purdue hasn't been quite as good. It's not all his fault. It's a deeper rotation. I've struggled to put 3 Michigan guys on the top 2 teams. I think they're more deserving guys out there. And so the honorable mentions then would be a guy like Morez Johnson, Trey Kaufman-Renn, certainly honorable mention. One of the Wisconsin guards, whether it's Boyd or Blackwell, pick your favorites. I'm pretty Bruce Thornton pilled at this point.
Yeah, we talked about that this week.
We did arrest Jake Diebler for crimes against Bruce Thornton. And, obligatory nod out to Minnesota and Cade Tyson as well. I like Tyler Bilodeau. Hasn't been quite enough. Nate Biddle with Shellstad out hasn't been quite the same. And no one at Maryland, USC, Penn State really stands out to me.
Can I proffer you?
Or Indiana. I know Indiana guys on my list either. Wilkerson was close.
I was going to say, how close
Wilkerson
was
close.
Wilkerson?
Yeah, he'd be in the honorable mentions
Because
category.
my theme for the second team, outside of Braden, sorry, bud, snubbed you. My apologies. I'll fully hand up, I'll admit.
Remove the tattoo and we'll talk.
Yeah, get that out of there, and we'll come back. He's podcasting too. He's got like a podcast thing going on. I saw him like playing 2K with Lance Jones and like getting mad at people in the comments saying like, well, I'm a millionaire, like trouble. I don't like those vibes. Anyway, my theme with my second team was like
buckets,
Bennett, Boyd, Wilkerson, our boy Cade.
Yep, our boy,
and Martinelli.
Yeah, there you go.
That was my second team, and then I said also in the conversation Bruce, Hans, and Bilodeau.
Okay, so we're similar.
We're similar. Yeah. Bruce Thornton. You want to talk about like legacy and all that? If he doesn't make an NCAA tournament,
he won't.
He won't. He will not. But like, that's malpractice. It's malpractice.
And it's not all on Diebler.
No.
Some of that goes back to Holtman. And there's a little piece of me that
feels the same.
The exact same.
It
almost feels like you elevated a guy from the previous staff to take over.
Correct.
And didn't want to do a coaching search. Is almost exactly what it feels like. And there's a very small part of me, maybe like, I don't know, call it 10%, 15% that says maybe if Bruce Thornton was a little better, or maybe if John Mobley Jr. was a little bigger and played a little more defense, they'd be good enough to make it work in spite of that.
Mm-hmm.
So either they've just been not quite as good as I think they are, or Diebler's been deserving of even less credit than I've given him, which is less than zero.
No, and like the thing under Holtman,
Tilly's fine.
The thing under Holtman was these guys should be better. Like they've got guys. Like why are they not as like? Why do they look so helpless at times? And Ohio State, like it's this. I mean, they elevated the guy who was like the lead recruiter who got the guys that couldn't gel and was interviewing for mid-major jobs and wasn't good enough to get the Valpo job, but they're like, oh, his brother used to make threes here, so he can, why not? Let's run it back. Like, and he's the polar bear in Arlington, Texas meme, like with the Big Ten basketball coaches, because like the league has gotten so much better, like coaching wise, from year to year, like last year to this year. And I've talked about that kind of ad nauseum whenever I've been on this show. But like, that's like he's the polar bear in Arlington, Texas. You put all the Big Ten coaches in a lineup, it's like they're letting anyone in, huh? Like who? Like how did he get here? So yeah, Ohio State basketball, weird deal.
Let's have that coach of the year conversation. Since we got a little bit of a late start, we'll go a little bit long on this segment. I think we both agree that Fred Hoiberg should be coach of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of worlds in which that's the case. I do, however, see a world where it's Dusty May, because Michigan is 16-1 in conference right now. I think that Matt Painter has played his way off of that conversation. I think Izzo's been around too long to merit consideration for that one this year specifically. Underwood and Illinois, if they were having their surge now, could be in contention. Now, if they beat Michigan and they can tie for the Big Ten title, maybe Underwood snags some votes. McCollum at Iowa hasn't done enough. DeVries clearly hasn't. Cronin, Muss, whatever. It feels to me like a two-man race. And I would handicap it 70-30 Fred, 75-25 Fred. But for as good as Michigan was last year, they weren't this good last year.
Yeah,
there were a lot of questions about how do you play Lindeberg, Johnson, and Mara all together, and it's worked really well. So I think that Fred Hoiberg deserves it, not just at the Big Ten level, I think he deserves legitimate consideration for national.
He'll get
Coach
at least
the year
one of
as
them.
well.
He'll get at least one of them. He got one of them a couple years ago.
I just don't think it's a shoe-in slam dunk. You can start inscribing his name on the trophy quite yet.
I agree. No, I agree. I'd lean toward Fred, but I mean, yeah, Dusty took it up a level. It was similar questions with this group and last year's group. It was like Danny Wolf and Vlad Golden. How do they do that? And then it was just like, and he was like, want to see me do it again? Like we're gonna be extra big, and bring and we're gonna do that. We're gonna do it again in a different style. But I mean, yeah, they're so. Yeah, I mean, I think Michigan, when they're at their best, is the best team in the country. I think that wholeheartedly. Like when they're firing on all cylinders, you just got to get Duke jerseys on the same court as Elliot Cadeau again, and he starts having flashbacks to
Duke jerseys and streamers
to bad Elliot Cadeau. That's how you bring back the bad Elliot Cadeau. I think that's.
Here's the thing: I thought he played fine. He just didn't shoot well.
He's going to be why they lose if they lose. Yeah, like that's it. Like if they lose in either the Big Ten tournament or the NCAA
I'm saying
tournament.
when. I'm calling it.
Okay. It'll be because of him.
Oh yeah.
Like, that will be why. But I mean, Dusty leveled it up. He took it up a level. And I think that's what gets him into the discourse for it. I think I agree with you. 2-horse race. There was a time where. Before Wisconsin went out and laid an egg against Oregon, I thought guard may try to like sneak back in and be like, hey guys, remember what I said about no one talks about teams getting better as the year goes on? Look at what my team's doing.
Getting better.
And now Wisconsin has the best win of the year in the Big Ten and the worst loss of the year. They have both. So they've got that going for them because that was the first win for any of the bottom 5 over any of the top 5.
That's nuts to think about.
All year.
Yeah.
Took that long.
Wow.
So but I'm with you. I think Fred, it's not lock stock. But I mean I think it'll be. I think it's really only a 2-horse race, but it's one of the best teams in the country and one of the best stories in the country who, if the season ended today, would be the 2 seed in the Big Ten behind the other team. So it's pick your poison.
We'll go to break. A couple other, let's close shop on this when we get back. There's been a little bit of a push locally for Sam Hoiberg as an All Big Ten guy or Defensive Player of the Year. Why I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. And a little surprise for maybe Price Sanford over Rink Mast. Not surprising right now, but if we would have told you before the year, we'll do that. And then again, 402-464-5685. You can rewatch one Husker game just for fun from the last 3 or 4 years. Sam McEwen of the Omaha World Herald tweeted that out. We'll do that as we continue the show.
Are you looking for a fresh new hangout spot? Let me tell you about Liquid Assets Sports Bar, where Mondays mean new weekly drink and food features. With 23 taps, a full lineup of cans and bottles, and 40 TVs blasting every sports package out there, you'll never worry about missing a play. Savor high-end spirits at their stylish top-shelf bar, enjoy a healthy menu, family-friendly atmosphere, and catch all of your favorite teams every day. Doors open daily at 11 a.m. Liquid Assets Sports Bar, located at 2755 Jamie Lane in South Lincoln.
If you're tired of the dieting circuit paradox but still want to look, feel, and perform better, you need to get to Nutrition Authority and ask about our nutrition coaching featuring LifeBase. LifeBase takes a complex world of nutrition and makes it simple with real results that last. Stop in to learn more or check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
Tired of asking what's for dinner? Nourished for Life has got you covered. At Nourished, they're a local meal prep company that delivers fresh, chef-crafted, healthy meals straight to your door. Made from wholesome ingredients and ready when you are. No shopping, no chopping. Just heat, eat, and enjoy every night of the week. Fuel your busy days with balanced meals that are designed to keep you satisfied and energized. Visit nourishedforlife.co to purchase meals and taste the convenience of home-cooked comfort without the hassle.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Lincoln's Coffee Week is now Coffee Month in February. With 25 participating venues, visit and check into at least 10 for a chance to win a $250 gift card to the venue of your choice. More details at lincoln.org/coffee-month, brought to you by Visit Lincoln.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Want to make the easy call? Call John Henry's. From leaky pipes to a broken AC, flickering lights to furnace fights, even drains and duct cleaning, we've got it handled. Plumbing, heating, air, and electrical, all under one trusted roof. Proudly serving homes across Lincoln, Omaha, and surrounding areas, and ready 24/7. Visit calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Back Nine Golf in South Lincoln is the premier indoor golf experience in the state. The weather in the winter months is cold, windy, and as unpredictable as a tee shot on the 450-yard par 4. With top-of-the-line full-swing simulators and a PGA teaching professional, Back Nine Golf is there to help you improve your game and lower your score. Back Nine Golf is open to the public with 24/7 access for members. Learn about Back Nine's variety of memberships today and see the facility for yourself at 7501 South 15th Street in Lincoln, just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Back Nine Golf, your premier indoor golf and events destination.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now I'm playing for real.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good. What play should I call now? Maybe corner three.
He's hot. He is hot. Keep feeding that guy. Back to the corner three on 93.7 The Ticket. Here is your host, Austin Orman.
That's right. Welcome back in. It is the corner three. Austin Norman and Jacob Bigelow back with you here. We'll keep going for probably about another half an hour or so. Nothing after us, so we'll throw you to national when we are done. But plenty more to talk about. Wrapping up the All Big Ten discussion. Let's start with this, Jacob. I was pretty high on Price Sanford coming in, knowing how much Fred Hoiberg liked his game, how hard he recruited him. Previously, before, of course, Price followed Peyton Sandfort to Iowa City. I know you're the only one that will understand that reference, and one mutual friend of the pod.
Indeed.
Anyways, I think before the year, if you were going to tell people Nebraska was going to have a year like this, Rink Mass would be the first team All Big Ten guy. He is pretty clearly. I hate to say he's played his way out of contention. He's kind of played his way out of contention. Kind of his fault, kind of not his fault, circumstantial, whatever. But to me, it's pretty clear that Price Sanford would be Nebraska's representative and will be Nebraska's representative on the first team. And I think they're only all-conference mentioned. Defensive team will have Sam Hoiberg on it. But there's been some discussion at this station. If you can, only have one player, who's the most important player, who's the MVP, it's Sam Hoiberg. I get the discussion. I don't know if I fully agree. And as much as Nebraska fans love Sam, as much as his box score contributions sneak up on you, his efficiency numbers sneak up on you, understand how much he means to the team, fair or not, guys like Sam Hoiberg just don't get all Big Ten, all conference love.
They usually don't. And I'll preface this discussion by saying there's one more Sam Hoiberg game in this town. Plan accordingly. The ovation that kid is going to get on his senior day is going to be so incredibly well deserved.
Yeah.
And this is like, I'm not going to get too like fanboyish, but like I first met Sam Hoiberg when he was a junior in high school at Lincoln Pius X. He didn't think he was going to play college basketball. Some of his high school teammates told me that him and Charlie didn't start lifting weights until they moved here. Look at
Muscle Hamster now.
Look at, or as Jordan Taylor called him, Geodude, the Pokemon,
Right.
during the Maryland game. That dude has been through all of it, whether it's just being under the same roof as his dad as a high school student when things were not going well, to joining the program, being, his freshman year was the team that turned the tide. We're going to talk a little bit about some games from that season. But I mean, he's the heartbeat of this team this year. You can call him the most important. You can call him the MVP. You can call him the fan favorite. All those intangibles.
All true.
He's got them all.
Yes.
He's the heartbeat of this team.
Mhm.
But it's not the intangible player of the year.
Right.
It's not the little things player of the year. Coaches love him. He'll get votes more so from coaches than he will media.
Yes.
I guarantee it.
Quick jump in there.
Yeah.
I think the coach's admiration for Sam is absolutely true. I think Nebraska has enough respect from the coaches that me saying this might be silly. I also wonder if there's some element of how the heck did this Nebraska team with this personnel beat us even to this point? And these coaches are incredulous and they love the way Sam plays. They want more of their guys to play like him. So they bring Sam up. And also it's the only thing they feel comfortable talking about with Nebraska. Oh, this coach said it. I like Sam too. I'll just default.
That hasn't just been a thing this year, though. Like that's gone back the last couple of years. I think the coach who may be the biggest fan of him is Chris Collins, just because his kids played against the Hoibergs when they were in the Chicago area and those connections, or Tom Izzo because of the family ties. That's not just a thing this year. The coach love, but and I almost feel like I'm contradicting myself because I just talked about like impact on winning with all league guys, and like, I mean, Sam Hoiberg, the impact he makes, it's like, but it's not just defense. Like, it's just all like, it's all sorts of different boxes in my opinion.
Okay, let's take his competition, right? So let's pull up some of the names that we've talked about already. Let's go with Braden Smith. Let's go with Jeremy Fears. Let's scroll all the way down to number 23, Slackers and Ken Palm on Iowa. It took me a while to find him all the way down there. And Sam Hoiberg. This is Ken Pomeroy's numbers, okay? Sam Hoiberg is taking a shot on 14.3% of Nebraska's possession. That's approximately 1 in 7, if my math is right, with a 15.2 possession usage rate. Okay, other guys with a higher usage rate on Nebraska's team: Rink Mass, Price Sanford, Jamarcus Lawrence, Braden Frager, Jared Garcia, Berke Buchtenjohn. Okay, so 15% possession usage rate for Sam. Let's go to Braden Smith. Braden Smith uses 26% of Purdue's possessions, shoots 22% of the time. Jeremy Fears at Michigan State uses 26.3% of Michigan State's possessions, shoots 22% of the time. Bennett Sturts at Iowa uses 26% of Iowa's possessions and actually ends up shooting more percent of the time, about 28% of the time for that team. It's funny because Sam Hoiberg is incredibly efficient on low volume, which is exactly the perfect role for him, right? This is a guy who, again, I feel like I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth, who has expanded his game to the point where he is a higher volume player, but he's still probably at his best at lower volume. You can go to Sam in spurts. Do you go to Sam all the time? Sam is not being used the same way, spamming pick and roll as those other three guys. Could he do it? I can't say yes or no because we haven't seen it. Plain and simple, he's not asked to. He can be a fan favorite. He's a good defender. But even when you go away from all conference to defensive player of the year, he doesn't warp the geometry of the court like a Daimara.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't guard 1 through 5 at different times like Yaxel Lendeborg has and has taken over games.
Yeah.
What Sam Hoiberg does in sparking Nebraska and taking over moments and setting the tone and always playing hard is great. Second in the Big Ten in steals by 0.1. Leading guards in the Big Ten in defensive rebounding. That's not nothing. It's hard for guards to win Defensive Player of the Year, especially when you only consistently, credibly guard 1s and 2s, maybe some 3s you can compete with. And this isn't all on Sam, some of it's scheme. But Jacob, Nebraska still gets blown by elite guards, whether it's Sam or Jamarcus or Kale. It's not like there's just an automatic off switch with Sam. And again, I'm not trying to denigrate the guy.
No.
Fantastic player, not just the story.
Mm-hmm.
Where would Nebraska be without him? No one wants to answer that question.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're trying to determine the best, the most valuable defensive player in a conference, I just don't know if I quite get there with Sam.
Yeah, I'm right. I'm in lockstep with you, and I felt like I was talking out both sides of my mouth too. So look at us. We're just simpatico. We're back in the saddle after a little bit of a break, but we're back like we never left. Yeah, I mean, Sam, like I don't want to get too coach cliches, but like you talk about scheme, like they're not scheming, like they're sticking with their stuff. I mean, they threw a couple change ups where they like ran the fake out zone, blitz the perimeter stuff the other night, and I was like, that's different.
Showed 1-3-1 and then morphed back to man.
And then morphed back to man. Like they're the centerpiece of their defense is not Sam Hoiberg. It's their connectivity. It's their when they're flying around. It's their communication. It's all of that, and he has a major role in that, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's like you made the point about like guys like Mara and like Yaxel and how much they just completely like you have to scheme your offense around those guys. You're not like I can. Someone who's sat in Division I film sessions and and looked at scouting reports and all that, like you're like Sam Hoiberg he's getting talked about on the scouts, but it's not like we have to scheme around this dude. Like it's not like
it's hey, watch out, he's
it's hey, watch out. He's gonna do all the little stuff we tell you should do. He does all of that.
All the time.
He does all of that all the time. All the stuff that you think we're like griping at you about, like that you don't think wins games. This dude does all of that. That's probably what that'd be. Yeah, I haven't typed up a scout in a few years, but that would be pretty similar.
Wait. A few years? You were just typing up scouts for fun?
No,
you doing some consulting on the side?
Maybe.
Okay.
maybe. But I mean, it'd be something like that. A little passive aggressive, but that's my style. So, I mean, you can't understate or undervalue the impact of Sam on this team, on the new direction of this program. We've gone from Nebraska isn't just a cute story to Sam Hoiberg is not just a cute story this week, which if you're just now figuring that part out, you haven't been paying attention.
Speaking of cute stories, as we record this live, Western Michigan up 9, 6.5 to play.
Oh no, Miami.
On the Miami of Ohio Redhawks.
On the day they announced the new multi-$100 million arena.
Long way to go for one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country.
It's a long way to go.
Just saying. We'll wrap up with this, and then we will get to the best Nebraska games you'd go back and rewatch. Entering the NCAA tournament 23-24. The story was Keisei Tamanaga. Absolutely. Oh, America's going to fall in love with this guy. The celebration. He's left-handed. He's cool. He's fun. Story wasn't Rink Mass. Story wasn't Bryce Williams. It was Keisei Tamanaga. Who's the story for Nebraska?
I think it's just it's the season for Nebraska itself. I think it's just the scarlet and cream colored letter. Look at me, my AP English, my AP English reading. My AP English teacher would be proud. It's the scarlet and cream colored letter of just it's the graphic. It's the Nebraska never.
4 letters
it's-
only.
Only. It's that. I don't think it's just one guy. I think it's just the magic. It's the magical season. It's there's a scenario where in a couple weeks from now, whether it's in Oklahoma City or Buffalo or wherever, where this historic moment that so many people have been looking forward to is pretty ho-hum and isn't like low stress, or you're not like sweating at the under 4. It's just like they're the better team.
Would it feel like Maryland?
Could. I mean, it's all, all the cliches, matchups this, matchups that.
Yeah.
I think the story is just like, if not now, like
when?
Like, you gotta, like, it's like
come on, Nebraska.
That's kind of like, if I'm being 100% honest, that's kind of, I think after the Iowa game, that is kind of where like the page turned for me. I'm just like, go win the tournament game. Like, that's kind of like where I was at. I'm still gonna, be tuned into the games and, firing off my Braden Frager tweets. So
business is booming, I've been told.
Business is
had a slight recession, but back in business.
We've never been more back. But I think that's just the story. It's just the moment. I don't want to call it a coronation because it's a first round game and it's probably going to be against a 14 seed. And like, I don't want to call that like a coronation, but I think it's just like the story. If I were writing it, would be just like the collective exhale of the moment,
which I think works in Nebraska's favor in a lot of ways. Although, if there were going to be a player story, I think this team would be really well equipped to handle it.
Oh yeah,
Sam don't care. Prices, good boy, take home to mom. Rink mass, veteran, mature. Frager hasn't done quite enough to be the story.
No.
6 weeks ago, maybe. Today, probably not. But then I think it would have been a Hoiberg-Frager double story.
It might be Price if you're looking like player specific, like the transfer in the league. But, he's openly said, like, I always felt like I was going to end up at Nebraska. Family is from, his dad's from Holdridge, played at Hastings. Like, the clip of the journey on Price after the Iowa game, I don't know if anyone watched it, but it opens with Price's mom, Gretchen, being like, yeah, you guys were here about a year ago to do a story on the boys. We had this home video, but we didn't want to use it because Peyton was wearing Nebraska pajamas in this home video of them playing basketball as kids. So we didn't think we should use that. We'll use it now. So that might be that would probably be the story, like the guy who was in his brother's shadow and kind of definitely getting underused at Iowa, and he transfers, levels up, becomes an all-league guy, and could be the Big Ten single season 3-point.
Just gonna ask,
yeah.
What are the odds on that? Plus money or minus money?
I think it's probably a minus. I'd say
he's got to make, I think, 4 a game in the regular season if he wants to do it. Then
I think he can do that.
He can, but will he? Is the question.
Yeah, I think
It'd be close.
It's literally and figuratively gonna come down to Iowa. We saw how they defended him the first time. We saw the effect. He denied it, but I think the effect of everything that was going on in that building that night, with the result and some extracurriculars.
I assume you saw my tweet. I did not hear it correctly the first time.
Oh.
I thought they were chanting. I gave them way too much credit. I thought it was other Sandfort. I was in my own world. I was trying to prep.
You had a long week that week.
I had a really long week.
You had a really long week that week.
And shame on me for giving Iowa fans too much credit.
Yeah.
So, it was not other Sandfort.
No, and since there won't be a show next week, I will just say this quickly. Fred Hoiberg with the Jim Rome quote earlier this week.
Legendary.
There should not be any question of which head coach and which program at that university feels some type of way about Iowa more than anyone. it's Nebraska basketball. It's Fred Hoiberg.
Mm-hmm.
It's the program where the head coach grew up in Ames, played at Iowa State, coached at Iowa State. The defensive coordinator from Iowa was on the last baseball team at Iowa State. That's my favorite fun fact about
There
Nate
we
Lenter.
go.
He was on the last Iowa State baseball team, got into coaching at Iowa State. He's a Cyclone through and through. Then you have the Sam and Charlie Hoiberg of it all in the program this year. And Price. There should be no question about their, that it comes up every time Nebraska plays Iowa in any sport. Like, why does Iowa care so much more? Nebraska basketball cares.
Oh, yeah.
There will be plenty of juice on Senior Day next weekend.
And it's not contrived.
No.
One final segment for the Corner 3 after this.
It's seafood season at Amigos. Time to get that one-of-a-kind crisp crab rangoon burrito and dip it in some sweet chili sauce. There's a crab rangoon Frenchie, too. Enjoy grilled fish, grilled shrimp, or crispy fish tacos, wrapped in warm whole wheat tortillas, topped with pico de gallo, cabbage, and Amigos Chipotle mayo sauce. From jumbo shrimp baskets or fish and chips to fish tacos, there's something for everyone. You'll love the bold, fresh flavors of seafood at Amigos. Amigos is serving up a brand new way to score the bold, fresh flavors you love with 8 affordable value meals. At $5 and $6, these meals are easy on the wallet, so treat yourself anytime. Sink into the new 3-cheese melt or taco melt, both stacked with crave-worthy flavor in every bite. There's crunchy taquito dippers, too. Perfect for dunking in Amigos' famous ranch or spicy cheese. Big flavor, small price. Value meals at Amigos.
A new year means it's time to try new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For the days you don't want to go to the gym, don't worry. Führer's cheese spread is there to cheer you up. And for the days you do get to the gym, why not celebrate when you get back with the best dip around? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in the winter, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep the clubs out year-round. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues begin in February. Get signed up today. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street, online at doubleeagle.golf.
Lincoln's Coffee Week is now Coffee Month in February. With 25 participating venues, visit and check into at least 10 for a chance to win a $250 gift card to the venue of your choice. More details at lincoln.org/coffee-month, brought to you by Visit Lincoln.
This is Jordy Ball for Anderson Ford. For years, Anderson has relied on an exceptional customer experience. But just this once, they're going to rely on a really great pitch.
Right now, lease a 2025 Ford F-150 for $199 per month.
Experience better at Anderson Ford.
Stock number 1007055. Previous service loaner. $199 per month. Lease for 36 months with accrued credit. 7,500 miles per year. 6,800 to assignee. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Plus take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 3/31/26. See dealer for details.
MWR, a local company of Lincoln, is proud to announce they are able to offer their own post-frame building packages in metal to anyone desiring a building, whether you're a contractor or a DIYer. They can install your building as always, and they offer multiple different rib profiles and loads of color options, including the wood grain metal at great competitive prices. You can inquire at mwrbuildingandfence.com or just draw your desired building and submit it in their contact us page, and they'll get back to you. Call MWR today at 402-540-8966.
Hi, nice to meet you. Can I have that? Hang out over here for a second. Corner three!
You gotta get out there, Cleveland.
I'm trying. He's taking advantage of poor technology.
Back to the corner three on 93.7 The Ticket. Here is your host, Austin Orman.
All right, we are wrapping up at the corner three, about another 10 or so minutes to go on the program. I'm Austin. He is Jacob. Before we get out of here, thanks for coming down.
Of course,
Good
man.
to see you. Thanks for doing
it. Yeah, no, basketball season's winding down. Yeah, we were talking this week. Like, you're getting to travel, and that's really cool. I'm living vicariously through you, but I still like getting in front of a microphone and talking a little hoops, especially with you every now and again. So I appreciate the invite, brother.
Any time. All right, the Sam McEwen tweet.
Mhm.
A good basketball tweet from a football guy. Good job. Pat on the back, Sam. Interesting thought exercise. Sam asks, if you are going to rewatch one Husker Hoops game from the last 3 or 4 years for sheer enjoyment, what game do you call up? All right, sheer enjoyment is doing some heavy lifting. That can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Setting the criteria, that's the 2022-23 season, the Walker, Griesel, Bandamel team through this current year. Kind of the parameters. I'm still struggling with my number one.
Okay.
I'll just give you my list in order. I'll let you go, and then I'll make a determination.
Okay.
The past 2 years, the Creighton games.
Yep.
Various levels of enjoyment. But my favorite Nebraska Creighton game of all time was JPJ at BBA, 17-18.
Yeah,
I was present for that one.
Yeah, I was quite present for that one as well.
Yes. So if I could pick one, it would be that one. But for the last 3-4 years, that's where I land. The 2 wins over Kansas State in 23 and 25. I was in Bramlage for the Juwan Gary psycho mode on the offensive glass.
Yep.
Watching the game at the T-Mobile Center as well. I know the wheels on the bus have fallen off. They're not going round and round anymore in Manhattan, but fun game, energy game. Those are on the list. I didn't get to see either of these games in person or watch them on TV with other commitments. The Purdue win, knocking off number 1, and the Wisconsin win in 2024, the comeback at halftime and the overtime win is there. From just sheer what the heck just happened, Nebraska boat racing Indiana in the Big Ten tournament. I remember watching that one. What's a football school doing this to a basketball school, before the joke was like actually overused and contrived. Honorable mentions to Boise State and UCF in the Crown. I thought both of those games were where it was going to all come crashing down. It was a fun run, get me out of Vegas, but no, they made me stay the whole time. And so maybe the like best, most complete, like wire to wire basketball game for my personal style that I've seen is Nebraska, Michigan State in 23. Not the best Izzo team, not the best win Nebraska's had over a Michigan State team, certainly, but one of the games I just enjoyed being in the building and watching the most. So that's kind of the group that I'm choosing between.
Yeah. I've got kind of it's a wild, like, I'm going to go year by year. I'll get through it fast, I promise. So there are some sneaky ones from the Griesel team, I think. I think that Creighton game is my favorite Fred era Creighton game. Not as aesthetically pleasing to the eyes,
which is why it's not on my list.
But I think just the shock value, what it meant to Sam Griesel. You could see it, his emotions during that game.
The inverted pick and roll with him and Walker on
correct,
clearing out the left side of the floor.
Yeah, and Ryan Kalkbrenner had mono. They'll gladly tell you. But
how'd that work out for them 2 years later?
And Creighton was number 7 when they played that game.
Yeah.
So the shock value of that one puts it high on the list for me. And then there's like just the Casey heater in February of that year. They went on the road and got blitzed by Michigan, but then they come back, beat Wisconsin in overtime. They win at the rack. And then the Maryland game that also went to overtime, and then they beat Minnesota. They won.
Sam Hoiberg coming out
Sam
party.
Hoiberg coming out party, which was the anniversary of that was just recently, and then he bookends his career against Maryland with some pick sixes and some winning plays.
The other game from that year I'll throw in there is the Iowa game.
Mhm.
I remember watching that one on TV. Nebraska ends up winning at 81-77. They trailed by 4 at the break. I think that was a game that, Peyton was going off a little bit, but it was Patrick McCaffrey. 6 for 10 from 3. Chris Murray went 3 of 13 from 3. Biggs, Iowa took 74 shots in that game. Iowa had 18 offensive rebounds and 18 defensive rebounds. Iowa made 12 threes in that game. And Nebraska won it in regulation. Nebraska was 17 of 27 from 2, 14 of 26 from 3, and ended up actually matching Iowa on the glass. 30 defensive rebounds, but Iowa still pulled down 18 offensive rebounds. I still have no idea how Nebraska won that game just by looking at
And
the
that was the last win against Iowa, was it not?
Until.
Wait,
that is the most recent, isn't it?
I think it is. I think that's the most recent.
That's right.
I think that's the most recent one over
Yeah.
Iowa.
Until March 8th.
Yeah. The tournament year, the Bramlage game, that was weird because Nebraska volleyball was getting the Texas experience that day.
Yeah.
So not a lot of people were tuned in. Juwan Gary had how many rebounds?
I think it was 11 offensive rebounds.
I think it was 11
Yeah.
offensive rebounds. That was a weird game, but that was very memorable. That was a memorable trip. The Purdue game that year, obviously, number one upset, the euphoria of everything that had to do with that. That Wisconsin comeback overtime game as well. And then I think probably my top pick, and it's probably because I was sitting courtside in a past life when I was, cosplaying, for that Indiana and Big Ten tournament game, because it was like the late game. Everyone in the arena, even if you weren't a Nebraska fan, was rooting for Nebraska.
Who had just won at Assembly Hall in February.
Yeah, they were losing. People were going nuts for Casey. We got a Mike Woodson. If I'm getting blown out, I'm getting thrown out. And then possibly one of my favorite anecdotes post game conference tournaments. They do the open locker rooms, and Josiah Alec was talking to us about how that was Kalel, Indiana. And there's Josiah said that at a point, Casey's dribbling on the perimeter, and Kalel goes, "Oh, I know he's about to make some BS." He's like, "Oh, I know he's about to make some BS." That game, and then the first half of the game after that was fun. And then Terrence Shannon Jr. happened. Yeah, last year's Creighton game gets an honorable mention.
That was probably my pick for the Creighton games themselves, because this year, Creighton didn't have a chance from the jump, and they picked it up and then they turned it back off this year. But sitting with you, Nick, up there, I'm like, okay, when is Creighton's run happening? They get that fast breakdown. Okay, is Nebraska going to withstand it? And they did. Kalkbrenner takes one shot all game. It's a 3. What? I felt like Eric Hillman. This is your king?
Yeah. That UCLA game last year.
Yeah.
Was
8-point Nebraska win.
Was weirdly fun. People got mad about Mick Cronin talking about crowds and atmospheres, whatever. UCLA was number 15 in that game. Weird.
Yeah, early season. The Illinois win. They beat Yakashonis.
The Illinois win where Will Riley, if that 3 doesn't go, that 3 that rims out. After the losing streak, that's how they snapped the losing streak. Yeah, I was not paying much attention to the Crown. I was pretty checked out.
Some of us had to.
Some of us had to. Could I make a case for this year's Illinois game?
Yeah. Incredibly.
Just if you want to, mainline, to mainline some offensive basketball. Defense is optional. Let me just hook that game up and just a shot making.
Has there been a better week in Nebrasketball history with a 21-point win over Creighton, a 30-point win over Wisconsin, and a walk-off 3 at Illinois? That might be the best week.
There might not be. No, there might not be. They've got a chance to.
Well,
got a chance to make a case for that here in a couple weeks, but regular season wise, yeah, there might not be. But
would you make the case for Illinois or Michigan State this year first?
I feel like my thoughts on Michigan State would be different if I was there, because the people I've talked to have said like that was by far the best environment this year. There's some people who are like, I don't know if I've heard PBA get that loud when he missed the free throw.
Yeah.
I'd lean Illinois, but I also like I have a tough time, like if I was doing like a Mount Rushmore or a top 5, I have a tough time putting anything from this season there yet because we don't know how it ends.
Yeah.
But hindsight's always 20/20. But looking back on some of those older games, it's fun to take a trip down memory lane.
It is, and since it's my show, I'm going to cop out and end up not making my final pick. They're all fun.
They are all fun.
Again, my show, my rules.
Yeah. For the first time in both of our lives, there are multiple memorable stretches of Nebraska basketball in consecutive seasons.
3 straight 20-win years. You can point to good moments from all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you want to go back 5 years, you go on the road, you beat John Harrar, ruin his senior day. You go to Wisconsin, ruin Brad Davison's senior day.
Yeah.
And I guess you beat Ohio State on the road, too.
Alonzo Verge, man. Alonzo Verge.
I will hear no Alonzo Verge slander.
That's where we draw the line. Huh?
I understand his issues. I understand why people don't like him, but come on.
You want to know what we can end on this.
We got like 10 seconds.
We got 10 seconds. My favorite hypothetical is not if last year's team had ranked mass. My favorite hypothetical is if Delano Banton doesn't go to the NBA and he comes back one more season. What does that team the following year look like if Delano comes back? I had that thought recently.
Maybe that's a future episode. He's Jacob Bigelow. I'm Austin Norman. This has been The Corner 3. We'll talk again soon. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th